Cheap and easy high-protein meal prep ideas. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Vital Living. If you're trying to eat more protein while also saving money, you've probably noticed that a lot of healthy eating advice online seems expensive. People show fancy meal prep with salmon, avocado, and organic everything, but the truth is, you can eat high protein on a budget. You just need to be smart about it. Today, I'm going to show you cheap and easy high-protein meal prep ideas that actually work for real people. We're going to focus on foods that are affordable, easy to prepare in bulk, and still give you a solid amount of protein. We'll cover the best budget-friendly protein sources, simple meal prep strategies that don't take forever, and specific meal ideas you can rotate throughout the week. Everything is designed to be realistic for busy people who don't want to spend a lot of money on food. So if you want to hit your protein goals without breaking the bank, stick around. Let's get into it. Why cheap high-protein meal prep matters. Eating enough protein is one of the most important things you can do for building muscle, staying full, and losing fat. But many people think that eating high protein means spending a lot of money on expensive foods like salmon, steak, or protein powders. The good news is that you can hit high protein targets while spending relatively little. The key is choosing affordable protein sources and prepping them in bulk so you're not cooking every single day. When you meal prep on a budget, you also reduce food waste and avoid the temptation of buying expensive takeout or convenience foods during the week. Over time, this can save you quite a bit of money while still supporting your fitness goals. Best cheap high-protein foods. Here are some of the most affordable high-protein foods you can buy. Eggs. One of the cheapest and most versatile protein sources. You can buy large quantities and use them in many different ways. Chicken thighs, or whole chicken. Chicken thighs are usually much cheaper than chicken breast and still have good protein content. They're also more forgiving when cooking in bulk. Ground turkey or lean ground beef. Ground meats are often on sale and easy to cook in large batches. You can use them for many different meals. Canned tuna and sardines. Very cheap, high in protein, and require no cooking. Great for quick meals or snacks. Canned beans and lentils. While not as high in protein as animal sources, they're very cheap and can help stretch meals while adding fiber and protein. Greek yogurt, plain. Often cheaper when bought in larger tubs. Look for store brands. Cottage cheese. Another affordable dairy option that's high in protein. Peanut butter, natural. Good source of protein and healthy fats, especially when bought in larger jars. Oats. Very cheap and can be combined with protein sources to make filling meals. Frozen vegetables. Often cheaper than fresh and last much longer. Great for bulking up meals. These foods form the foundation of cheap, high-protein meal prep. Core principles for cheap high-protein meal prep. To keep costs low while still hitting your protein goals, follow these principles. Buy in bulk when possible. Items like eggs, chicken thighs, ground turkey, oats, and rice are usually cheaper when bought in larger quantities. Cook in batches. Instead of cooking small amounts every day, cook larger batches of protein and carbs so you have meals ready for several days. Use cheaper protein sources strategically. You don't need to eat chicken breast or salmon every day. Mixing in eggs, ground turkey, tuna, and beans can significantly reduce costs. Minimize food waste. Plan your meals so you use most of what you buy. Frozen vegetables and longer-lasting items help with this. Keep meals simple. Complicated recipes often require more ingredients and more time. Simple meals with fewer ingredients are usually cheaper and easier. Simple and repeatable meal prep strategies. Here are some practical strategies that work well on a budget. The batch cooking method. Cook a large amount of 1 or 2 proteins, like ground turkey and chicken thighs, and a big batch of rice or potatoes. Then mix and match with different vegetables and seasonings throughout the week. The egg-based method. Use eggs as your main protein for several meals. Egg muffins, scrambled eggs, and hard-boiled eggs are cheap and versatile. The tuna and bean method. Use canned tuna, sardines, and beans to create quick, no-cook or low-cook meals. This is great when you don't have much time. The yogurt and oat method. Use Greek yogurt and oats as base ingredients for breakfast and snacks. These are very cheap and can be combined with other affordable items. Sample weekly meal prep, budget-friendly. Here's an example of a simple, cheap weekly meal prep. Proteins to prep. 2 to 3 pounds chicken thighs. 2 pounds ground turkey. 2 dozen eggs. Carbs to prep. Big batch of rice. Potatoes, baked or boiled. Meals you can make. Breakfast ideas. Scrambled eggs with spinach and rice. Greek yogurt with oats and a small amount of peanut butter. Hard-boiled eggs with toast and fruit. Lunch ideas. Ground turkey with rice and frozen vegetables. Chicken thighs with potatoes and broccoli. Tuna mixed with Greek yogurt. Served with rice or bread. Dinner ideas. Chicken and rice bowls with whatever vegetables you have. Turkey stir-fry with rice and frozen mixed vegetables. Egg fried rice using leftover rice and vegetables. Snacks. Greek yogurt. Hard-boiled eggs. Cottage cheese. Peanut butter on rice cakes or bread. This kind of setup can easily give you 140 to 180 plus grams of protein per day at a relatively low cost. How to reduce food waste and save money. One of the biggest ways to save money with meal prep is reducing waste. Here are some tips. Plan your meals before shopping so you only buy what you need. Use frozen vegetables. They last much longer than fresh ones. Cook only what you can realistically eat in 4 to 5 days. Then freeze the rest. Use leftovers creatively, for example. Turn leftover chicken into a quick stir-fry or salad. Buy items that are on sale and build meals around them. Storage and reheating tips. To make meal prep easier and safer. Use glass containers when possible, they reheat better. Label your containers with the date. Most cooked chicken and turkey last 4 to 5 days in the fridge. Rice and potatoes can be frozen and reheated later. Add a little water when reheating rice so it doesn't dry out. Common mistakes when trying to eat cheap plus high protein. Here are some mistakes people often make. They buy cheap protein but don't cook it properly, leading to food waste. They try to make too many different meals and end up spending more money on ingredients. They don't eat enough vegetables, which makes meals less filling and less nutritious. They focus only on price and forget about protein quality and overall nutrition. They give up too quickly when the first week doesn't go perfectly. Consistency matters more than perfection. Final thoughts. You don't need to spend a lot of money to eat high protein. By choosing affordable protein sources like eggs, chicken thighs, ground turkey, tuna, and Greek yogurt, and prepping them in batches, you can create simple, cheap, and effective meals that support your goals. The key is to keep things simple, reduce waste, and focus on a few repeatable meals rather than trying to make something different every day. Over time, this approach becomes much easier and more sustainable. If you want a more detailed weekly meal plan with specific recipes and shopping list based on your budget and protein target, just let me know and I'll help you create one. Also, if you have any questions about cheap high-protein meal prep, drop them in the comments. I read pretty much every comment. If this video gave you some useful ideas for eating well without spending too much, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. We post new content every week about fitness, nutrition, and building better habits while living a busy life. Thanks for watching. Guys, I appreciate you. Go try some budget-friendly meal prep this week. And I'll see you in the next one.